If we're in a room and there's a cupcake on the table, right? And I scrape the icing off that cupcake and hand it to you. Is it a cupcake or is it a muffin? Don't move. Cupcake or muffin? You got your answer? Okay. Now, you watch me take the frosting off the cupcake that was there. And then I handed it to you and asked you if it was a cupcake or a muffin. You're confused. You're preemie. Why are you asking? I just watched you take the frosting off. Now, if I did this where you couldn't see me, I was in my kitchen now, and I take the frosting off all the cupcakes and I come out and say, hey, you want a muffin? Is it a cupcake or a muffin? You're not okay. Things specify what things are. When you see a little cake wrapped up with frosting on top, you assume it's a cupcake. If you saw the same thing without the frosting on top, you might assume it's a muffin. But if you don't know no better, it is what I tell you it is. It is what I tell you it is. Okay?
Is it a cupcake or a muffin? Is it a cupcake or a muffin? Is it a cupcake or a muffin?
When I think about January 6th and pardoning all the people who were involved in that insurrection.
Insurrection? How you have insurrection with no guns, though? No. That's like having.
Well,
that's like making coffee with
They
no
brought
beans.
tons of guns.
It's whatever they tell us it is, right? That's I don't know if he meant anything political by that post, but boy oh boy has it been lighting off neon red fireworks in my mind. That's been this whole presidency and before, all building up to now. They tell us one thing.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and...
But it's actually something else. They tell us another thing.
On launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And
that place, it's not good. It's not good. I was one of the translators in there because I speak English, Portuguese, and Spanish, and they would come in there with their...
But it's also something else. This happens over and over and over again, just about daily, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being told my muffins are cupcakes and my cupcakes are muffins. I'm tired of it. And what's worse is the people that we elected to back us up, they don't even have our backs. None of them do. Well, I shouldn't say none of them. Most of them don't. Some of them is because they're drinking the Kool-Aid. The rest of them, it seems like some kind of fear, either fear for their career or whatever else. All of them willing to just let us slide into this authoritarianism and more cupcakes in the muffins and muffins in the cupcake. I have to say, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in all of them. I'm disappointed in the people who elected them. I'm disappointed in the standards that we have in our country. I'm disappointed in our checks and balances and how easy it is for them to be eroded. I'm disappointed that we no longer have standards. There was a time where if somebody were to say and do even one of the things that he's done, they'd be on their way out. I post on here quite a bit, and I see people that say, "Oh, the previous administrations were worse," but they don't give me clear examples why. They just kind of they're the bad guys. They deflect. And I just want to be clear. I'm not trying to say other administrations are saints. I'm just trying to say there were standards before. There were rules before. There were checks and balances before. They are non-existent now. That, is true. They're not there anymore. I mean, this screams of us needing a new system, right? We don't need Democrats or Republicans anymore. Matter of fact, if anybody comes to me with that argument, I'm just going to be like, hey, you're just feeding into it. Because you are. You're feeding into the control by saying that. Oh, liberals are saying this. Or like, no. This isn't about being a liberal or being a conservative. This is about, are you okay with authoritarianism and no rules for one guy or not? That's what it is. Are you okay with being told one thing but it's actually another? Don't get me wrong, other politicians do that all the time. But this guy, he does it right in front of you. He's not going in the kitchen and wiping off the cream and calling it a muffin. He's doing it right in front of us. We have receipts all over the place. That's why I do this. That's why I post so much. There's receipts of them changing muffins into cupcakes and cupcakes into muffins everywhere. I don't have near enough time in this video to even show you all this stuff. And yet, there are millions of people that are still okay with that behavior. Why? A whole list of reasons why. I think some are really still stuck in the whole two-party mindset, which is, again, they're using it to control you if you don't know already. I think others really like what he's doing, which really says a lot about them. And the rest, I feel like they're kind of using him as a conduit for other means. Some may be more business focused, like what you see with these CEOs, like what you see with Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and all those kind of dudes. Look up Peter Thiel and JD Vance and Elon Musk. They're all connected and not at all in a good way. And I think some of it is a religious motivation. And some people, they really want to see this country being brought back into being a Christian nation, and they're willing to deal with dude with the horns to make it happen, which is very interesting. It makes me wonder how much they actually do really believe in up there if they're willing to deal with dude. It's okay as long as he brings Christianity back to the US of A. 34 felonies, grabbing them by the you-know-what, just to name a couple from way back, not even talking about all this stuff happening. And what makes it worse, too, is I really want a new party now. I want something different. I want something very much different. And if you look at, again, Peter Thiel's plans, seriously, look them up. Project 2025, all that stuff, it's all connected. Their plan is for a new system, a new party system anyways. So really all this destruction and chaos and cupcakes and the muffins and the cupcakes is just playing all into that overall goal. But one thing gives me hope. Even though there are millions who still like this and support this, I don't think that is nearly all of us. I do think they are still in the minority. This is why they need to gerrymander for control and play all these games and do all this muffin in the cupcake and cupcake into muffin stuff. So I'm saying to all of you, be ready for change and be ready to speak out. Be ready to keep receipts. We're only like 5 months in. It's not getting any better anytime soon. At the very least, call them out on the BS. Call them out on the cupcakes and the muffins. Because I tell you, one cool thing about doing all these posts, again, I don't normally post this kind of stuff, but I have because of all these things going on. And I just have to say, I've been able to talk to quite a few people who have differing views from me, and I think I've learned more, and they've learned more too, just through us sharing information and talking. Okay, that's it. America, America.